Hello, beautiful people. Today I want to talk about Saturn, the planet which we are all kind of scared of. Now, Saturn is moving into Pisces on 29th of March 2025, and it will stay in Pisces for 2.5 years because it is slow moving, because there are a lot of negative associations to Saturn. It makes every movement by this planet very significant, very important to all of us. Now, Saturn moves on 29th of March into Pisces and it stays there until it moves into Aries on 3rd of June 2027. First of all, I'd like to share some Saturn trivia with you. Saturn is called Shanichar in Hindi, in Vedic astrology. You know why? Because Shani, which means slow, and char, which means movement. So the very name Shanichar means the planet that moves slowly. It takes 30 years to make one revolution around the zodiac. This is inclusive of both retrograde and direct movement. And believe me, every zodiac sign feels it's coming and going. Saturn is considered a teacher. He teaches through harsh lessons, through hardships. There are a lot of delays because of Saturn. I mean, he's blamed for all the delays, all the health issues, all the bitterness, all. In fact, the influence of Saturn is almost karmic in nature. Even certain Vedic astrologers love to prescribe remedies for Saturn, and all the remedies have black bitterness, like black sesame seeds, donating of black cloth, the pouring of bitter oils like mustard oil. There is a lot of pungence, a lot of bitterness, a lot of dark associated with Saturn. Saturn owns Capricorn and Aquarius signs. It's the lord of both these signs. Saturn's Mool Trikon sign, the sign in which it is most powerful and strongest, is Aquarius. So this transit is going to be very good for Aquarius people because Saturn is benefic in its Mool Trikon. It's exalted in Libra, which makes this transit kind of scary because an exalted Saturn can give both malefic and benefic effects. It's depilated in Aries and it's considered friendly to other planets like Mercury, Venus, Rahu. In fact, my guru used to call Rahu Chota Shani or small Saturn. It's neutral with Jupiter. It's like these two weighty planets, very influential, very powerful planets. They both took one look at each other and said, Boss, you stay out of my area, I'll stay out of yours. It's known to be the enemy of all the important planets that we associate with daily, like Moon, Sun, Mars. It's Yoga Karak or beneficial in Taurus and Libra and malefic in Aries, Scorpio, Cancer, Leo, Pisces. Now, in Vedic astrology, we have a certain state of Saturn which is blamed for all the misfortunes in life, which is called Saadi Satti or the 7.5 mark of a Saturn transit. It's considered very challenging. Then there are the smaller Saturn transits, like the transit of the 4th house is called the Shani Dhaya or the Kantak Shani, which is very, very difficult. Then there is the transit of the 8th house, Ashtam Shani, which can also be very challenging. Particularly, Ashtam Shani is really harmful for people who have powerful Jupiters and are ego driven. Saadi Satti is actually 7.5 years in which Saturn enters the sign before the moon, then it enters the moon sign, then it enters the sign after the moon sign. Right now, people who have their moon in Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries are going through their Saadi Satti. Good news, people, by the end of your March, you will be moving out of whichever stage of your Saadi Satti you are in right now. So let's see how this transit is going to treat all moon and rising signs. To get the most benefit out of this video, please first see your ascendant, where is it is at, and follow the time step, then go for your moon sign. This is going to be more effective on your ascendant, on your rising. Then on your moon sign, it has nothing to do with your sun sign. Aries moon, Aries rising. The Saturn transit in Pisces affects your 12th house, which means you are at the first stage or the beginning of your Saade Satti period. Now, the first period of a Saade Satti will affect your career, your health, and your relationship and your finances. There will be a growth in career related things, provided you work with international clients, work in an export house, or in hospitality where you are interacting with people from overseas, because during the Saade Satis, benefits will come your way from abroad and foreign related associations. Now that you are in the beginning of your Saade Sati, let me advise you on how to navigate this well. Adapt to your situation. Be flexible. Life is going to throw you googlies. So you need to be quick on your feet. You need to be adaptable. Focus on your spiritual growth. There are certain remedies you can do if you believe in them. Donating black sesame seeds, always carrying the root of a datura in your pocket, donating black clothes on Saturdays. If you're so inclined, you can follow these remedies. Taurus rising, Taurus moon, Saturn will transit your 11th house. 11th house is the house of blessing, the house of gains, the house of aspiration of your social circle. Your emphasis should be on long-term gains because Saturn is a slow-moving planet. It's in your 11th house. The gains will be there, but they are going to be very slow. So go for long-term planning. Grow your network. Invest in your friendships, in your contacts. Focus on financial planning. Due to the effect of the Saturn transit, focus on long-term security. Saturn is not your enemy. You are going to get good support from it, Taurus moon. Though there is this aspect on your Lagna and your 8th house, which means you will face some health difficulties. Gemini, this transit is in your 10th house. 10th house is the house of career, the house of recognition, of your social standing. So, this transit is a mixed bag for you. Saturn can bring you success and advancement in your professional life. However, it's going to come with a lot of stress. You will be tired. You will face a loss of energy. People with Gemini moon, Gemini rising, your 10th house is not only the house of career, it is also the house of your father. And Saturn over here is going to aspect your 4th house, which is comforts at home, mother, home cooked food, and all those kind of things. So this transit is going to hit you emotionally. You have to focus on Saturn traits, discipline, hard work, focus on health, focus on being straightforward, and things will go smoothly for you. Saturn in Pisces transit for Cancer rising Cancer moon is going to be in the ninth house. Now, up till now, Saturn till March 2025, it was in your eighth house. And you face certain health issues. Now, Saturn is moving into your ninth house. There will be relief health wise, but it's going to be slow. Again, I will emphasize that do not aggravate Saturn, maintain financial discipline, prioritize relationships, be responsible, take responsibility for your health and your expenses, and this period will move smoothly. Leo, Saturn will transit your 8th house. Now, Leo, the lord of your sign is Sun. Sun and Saturn are enemies. 8th house is associated with transformation, secret inheritance, sudden events. So expect some job changes, increased responsibilities. Maybe you will re-evaluate your professional goals. For Leo people, Saturn is the lord of your 6th and 7th houses. And this makes Saturn a tough and difficult planet for Leo people in relationships and also for your health. Moreover, Saturn is in your 8th house, which means it is an Ashtam Shani placement for you. There will be a transformational effect. You need to have patience. You need to have discipline. Focus on your personal and spiritual growth. That's the only way to pacify the influence of Saturn in your life. Virgo. Saturn in Pisces transit for you is in the 7th house. 7th house is partnerships, business, relationships, contracts, marriages, anything that is to deal with relationships on both business and personal levels. Saturn in your 7th house also impacts your spouse. So expect your spouse to face some health problems. So Virgo, this is a good time for you to bring out your practical side. Focus on financial planning. If you have debts, focus on a very good schedule to repay the debts. Saturn brings patience and discipline into your life, and you can use it to focus on your financial planning and your professional development. Libra, this transit is in your 6th house. 6th house is health, managing your debts, overcoming obstacles. You can expect encouraging outcome as far as money goes. You will not have losses. In fact, certain Libra people will see a growth in your financial income, but there will be challenges to your health and your relationships. Patience, discipline, and a focus on some kind of a spiritual practice can help you through this period, but watch it. If you do not take care of your debts, Saturn can be very malefic towards you. Also, you may have disagreements with your mother and your maternal relatives. Scorpio, this transit is in your 5th house. Remember, Saturn is an enemy planet to your Lagna Lord. Mars and Saturn, they don't get along at all. 5th house denotes children, love affairs, long-term financial planning. So all these things are going to be impacted by Saturn. Remember, your temper and your emotional equilibrium is not going to be too good because Mars and Saturn just don't get along. Your health might also engage in some kind of meditation or some kind of spiritual practice and build resilience, Scorpio. It's going to bring bitterness to the forefront. But fortunately for you, Sagittarius natives, Saturn is not an enemy to your Lagna or your Rashi Lord. And also, Saturn is presiding over your 2nd and 3rd houses. 2nd house is wealth, 3rd house is valor. So you will find that career-wise, earning-wise, you're going to see growth. But this growth will come with challenges. Also, Saturn in your fourth house during this transit is going to aspect your 10th house. The 10th house is career. So you will see significant change, transfer, but because this is a Saturn transfer, it may be transferred to a place you do not want to go. You might feel bitter about a certain change in your place of work. You may not like your co-workers. Health-wise, respiratory illnesses. You also have to watch over your mother's health. Capricorn Saturn is the lord of your sign. So whether Capricorn is your ascendant or your moon sign, Saturn is going Saturn transit is going to be good for you. It's going to Saturn transits the third house for Capricorn natives, and this means that the third phase of your Saadi Satti is over now. So Capricornians rejoice. Your Saadi Satti is over. You've been suffering health wise, and now with this transit, your health problems will be over. And of course, when Saturn leaves your sign, it always gives you a reward, a gift. So expect your finances to be much more improved. Your interaction with your siblings is going to get better, and you will have favorable time in your office. Maybe you get a promotion. Maybe you are transferred to a place which is much more pleasant for you. It is almost as though all the suffering that you went through, particularly for the last 3.5 years, was building you up for something much better. So Capricornians, all the best. Aquarius. Saturn is the lord of Aquarius, but also Saturn lords over the 12th house, which is troublesome. So, unlike Capricornians, Aquarius, this is going to be a mixed bag for you. This Saturn transit is going to focus on your wealth, on your family, on your speech, on your values. Aquarius, this is the time to be very, very vigilant of what you say, the tone in which you speak, your attitude. This can cause a lot of problems. Normally, I would say that in this transit, you will have financial gains, but it's going to be very slow. So please be patient, be disciplined, and focus on personal and professional development. Pisces. This transit is going to be in the first house for Pisces moons and Pisces rising. It is the beginning of the second phase of your Saade Satti. The focus is on personal growth, self identity. Pisces, you're already very spiritually inclined. This is the time to get into meditation. You may have some challenges, some setback in your career, too much tension, increased responsibility, not enough pay increase as per the responsibilities, setbacks, co-workers who are not supportive. You can experience all these. You have to navigate this period with a lot of patience. And of course, if you believe in it, donate mustard oils on Saturdays, donate black sesame seed. And while you're doing this, just visualize that all your problems are leaving with the donation. Thank you for listening to me. This is Ritu Lalit, astrologer, healer. If you like this video, please press like, subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon. Until next time, namaste.